Kwanzia saa 4 shata, where's Luciano?
Where's Luciano? Where's
Yo,
Luciano?
you told us he'll be here. Rada.
Greetings, my brethren, Shatta. Shatta boy and Empress Cutie.
Yes, sir.
Give thanks. Good to be here, man.
Thank you.
Radio Citizen.
Radio number one.
Number one for the citizens
Whoa, life.
of the land. Yes, sir. Good to be here, man.
I'll give thanks.
Definitely.
Thank you for keeping time.
No, man. It's my pleasure, man.
You are here by 7?
I will wake up from about 4 o'clock, ironing and getting myself ready, so I couldn't miss this.
Amazing.
I think we even came early, you know. But give thanks for the hospitality because we were giving breakfast and lunch.
All right.
And I think we're expecting dinner.
Everything good, everything nice.
Yes, man.
All right.
It's a pleasure hosting you.
It's really nice, though, you know, and
Legend.
very considerate that you could all provide breakfast for us, honestly, because we had to rush out of the bed and just to get here in time.
Okay.
So it was very considerate that breakfast was provided and the hospitality. Great.
True that.
I will have to write about this.
Wow.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
man.
much.
I heard you and they speak about coming back to Africa, and when you come back to Africa, you receive this kind of treatment.
Definitely, Africa is a place for I and I. There's no doubt.
True that.
And after 2 years of pandemic lockdown, it's a great feeling to be back in the motherland.
True that.
I'm telling you, man.
Blessed.
Actually, you were to come before the pandemic, I remember.
Yes, yeah, I was here. Yeah, man, and we were planning to come even earlier, but you know things didn't work out. But give thanks, here we are today.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe way back.
Yes,
Let us rewind and
Yes, sir.
start from way back, from your upbringing.
Yeah, man.
Actually, this show is basically for the youth.
All right.
You know,
Yes.
and if there's anything we've seen you do is push for the youth.
Yes,
Even
man.
the last time you were here, it was about the youth.
Yes,
and
I.
the production that was being started for the youth,
Keep
the
thanks,
machinery
man.
thing. And now you're here again for the youth.
Yes, sir.
So let us begin with your youth.
It's very good. It's very good that you could be focusing on the youths because right now they are the future,
True that.
and without them, the future is dismal.
True that.
So we, you know, coming from my tender stage, I grew up in the countryside, born from a carpenter. My father was a carpenter, my mother was a dressmaker and a slush. She was everything.
All right.
She was a midwife. She was a hawk and peddler.
All right.
She was a entrepreneur, extraordinaire.
All
She
right.
was really special. My father passed away when I was 10, but he built my first guitar.
Allah.
And then he passed away. Then it was a guitar that really, I think it was a key towards my destiny.
All right.
I practiced and I've mastered the guitar because it reminded me so much of my dad. So I kept playing it
Okay.
in memory of my father.
All right.
And this is why there's no doubt I've mastered it.
True
Let
that.
me just sing my songs and write my lyrics. And I started singing from in the church because I grew up in the Adventist movement.
All right.
My father was an evangelist, so instilled in me certain principles of life that I've still been practicing. I've never deviated or departed from my mother and my father.
Okay.
Have taught me.
All right.
But coming up I've graduated from when I went to Chantilly Primary, passed my common entrance at the age of 10. Went to Manchester High, graduated with 3 subjects, maths, English, and biology. Couldn't get a job. I ended up in the marketplace because I had an elder brother who was always going to the market. So I just joined with him. Start selling some fruits and things until the orange thing get a knock because drought and thing like the country at the time. So I started selling ice cream cakes.
Allah.
Even at this time, I used to carry my guitar
Your
with
guitar
me
with
to
you,
the
with
marketplace. So after selling in the evening, I would take my guitar out and start singing some songs. And people were always saying, like some of the eaglers in the market, they were saying, "Why don't you go and work on your go student, boy? You're talented. Why you not go work on your music?" I'm saying, I took the advice and I headed up. But before I headed up, as I said, I started selling ice cream cakes. I discovered the power of word because at that time I made a little slang. Started going to I learned a skill because I realized in Kingston I didn't want to continue selling ice cream cakes. So I tell myself I have to get a skill. So I started doing some upholstering.
All right. From the ice cream cake.
What led me to upholstering? Because even going to Manchester High School, it was rough on my mother. She had 9 of us, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
And then my father had moved on, so we had to help in whatever way we can to bring food to the table. Help out even with lunch money and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember at one time I needed a school bag, and I never had one. But my mother had a sewing machine. So I just get some little crapsies from around the house and sew a bag for myself. And when I went to school with the bag, some of my classmates them said, wait. Yeah, my client, how will you get bag? You get bag, barrel come. I mean, I said, someone said, what, you like it? The man said, yeah, man, look nice, man. And I said, my mother have them, you know. Okay, you want one? And the man said, yeah, man. Yeah. So from them, I never met them know says me sew it, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I went back home and
So
get some more crapsies and make a next bag and sell that one, get the money, and before you know, it catch on in the school and everybody come to me and say, hey, my client, I hear your mother have bag, I need one of them bag. And so I start get orders and the classmates, them students bring money to me and say, they need one of the bag, and I got so much money.
All right.
I went to the cloth store and get a roll of cloth.
Uh-huh.
So by this time now when I reach back home, my mother get furious and she say, where are you going with all this? We are going with cloth. We're on one roll of cloth. So honestly, I used to take, even when I make the money, I would bring some of the money to my mother.
All right.
But I don't know if at one time, like she got curious or she needed more money, because she see me sewing on the machine and machine around hot.
Uh-huh.
So when I came with the roll of cloth, now she said, no, man. Something I go on there, what really I go on? So I said, Mama, I bag me a sew and sell it, Mama, I help out things. I'm give you lunch, give dinner money, and help out to the house and things. And my little sisters, me would give them lunch money sometimes, feeling for her. So I said, I'm doing my part. And like she said, I want more. So she cut and ready now for sew. I said, wait, who want to the belt? She said, Mama, go on with it. So I said, Mama, where Mama the man? Mama! Mama gone the road left. No, I get in heat. Let me take off his jacket there.
Oh.
So I just use because from an early stage I find out that you have to be skillful, I have to be vigilant.
Yeah, man.
So I just look in her dresser and find some stocking, my old stocking she have there. And wrap it up, turn it into like one of the same belt like we use on the machine.
Yeah, man.
Wrap it around the belt, on the machine and get to work. That time Mama gone on the road, left me, gone. I had the belt and gone. So I just the case and sew off all them and sew them off and sew them. When she come back, like she said, like she thinks that she didn't win me at the time, and I think she said, wait. She said, when you see him swearing, she went straight to the machine and feel the machine. Machine hot. Run it red. But sew off all my thing. But from there on, I got that experience of sewing. So when I went to Kingston now, we just say, you know, what kind of trade am I going to learn now? So we just say, boy, I know a little thing about sewing, cutting and sewing, measurement and all that. So we just go straight into the upholstery. That's how we start make settees and sofas and all them things. But with all of that, like every lunchtime I would take my guitar,
take your guitar
and play some song and keep people happy.